So I'm going to start off today with page 2, and we are looking at the drawing for volume and perspective as your first one. You're going to do 4 drawings on your page, and it will end up looking like this, which I will send you later as well. This part is in that file that I gave you, which is called Drawing for Design Still Life, and you've already done, hopefully, these ones, which were drawing for shape and drawing for viewpoint. So the next one obviously we're doing is we are drawing for perspective and volume. So volume is like the weight of something, so making it look 3D. So we're going to have a little go with that. So what you'll need is your pencil. Maybe some of you will need an eraser, depending, and a ruler, like this one. If you don't have a ruler at home, just use kind of like a book or something that you have that has a nice straight line to it, so that you can kind of draw it up. So first of all, I'm going to obviously draw that into my paper. I'll grab my paper. And what I want to do is I want to start putting up some leading lines. So the first ones I do are kind of straight lines. They're going to help me make my shape. Looking obviously at the size of it, so trying to make sure that you've got your lines. I'm doing this one, by the way. I start off just placing 2 lines, and then I start looking at the angles of each of the sides. So knowing that my first side leans slightly up, I'm going to pop that on here. And then I repeat that on the top level as well, using that same angle. You can see I've got that same angle going on. Cool. Then I'm going to come in and bring up the other side, and I'm just going to look at the thickness of that. Place that on my page. Okay, so I'm lining up that next slot. Kind of doing this bit. Okay, sorry about that. So I have, obviously I got this far. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the details at the top. So just using my ruler again, or your book. Placing those lines in. Just making sure all my angles are the same, and then I'm going to place the top of the container up. Curving the ends, because the ends are curved. And then following my lines down. So you can see that my lines here and here and here, 1, 2, 3 are the same kind of angles. So I'm keeping all that angle the same down to the 4th one, which is here. So trying to keep those angles so that they don't distort. So that's your first thing, so volume and perspective. And then once you're done with that, you can actually fill it in with your black pen. So, like this one. And if you don't have a black pen, improvise. I've got like a Lego black marker, or you could even use your black pencil if you don't have that other one. So that's your first thing that you have to do. So that's your drawing for volume and perspective on this page. Cool, thanks. Hi, I'm doing the second drawing now that's on our page, which is this one. Now this is drawing for tone. Okay, so what you want to first do is get the basic shape of your bottle. So I've got my basic shape of my bottle already drawn in. And I've already got the lines in the ellipse up the top. Now ellipse is a really, really thin oval to show a small kind of circular area. Some of you were really struggling with that last time, so if you are, it is really just a really, really long kind of circle. I don't know if you can see that, yeah. With kind of pointed ends, and so that just makes it so it looks a little bit more realistic than say an oval. Okay, so after I've done that, what I want to do is I want to put in the interior lines. So if you can have a look, you can see that there are areas of dark and areas of light on my bottle that I need to fill in on this, and I'll show you what that looks like outlined. Okay, in a second. I'm just going to use the fast mode. Okay, so I have done my interior lines, and so now I can start to shade with my pencil those interior lines. So looking at the light and dark areas that I've got to put in there. So I'm going to do the dark areas first because that's probably the part you'll see the most. And this is soft shading, so you can really get into it. Please don't use your thumb to smudge, because what you want to do is really get those nice kind of light areas, light and dark areas with your pencil shading. So try not to use your thumb to shade, because you want to get kind of it more. So I'm starting to put my dark areas in. You want to get that nice kind of shading with shadows, and if you use your thumb you're going to smudge it everywhere and it's not going to look as nice as if you use the pressure of your pencil. Pressure of your pencil is amazing, so I would suggest that you use that. So basically what you want to do is just start to shade that in as best you can now with your pencil until you're fully finished. Okay, I will show you in the next clip my finished piece. Okay, I thought I'd better show you this where I'm halfway through my drawing. So as you can see, I put all in the dark, the really, really dark areas of my bottle first. So looking at this really, really carefully and seeing those really dark areas. Now you put them in first so that you kind of have that kind of extra weight. Once you're happy with them, you can make them stronger. And that just helps with when you're doing your general shading over the top, it actually makes them stand out so much better. So now I can look at really making sure that the white areas, so the parts that I've circled that are white, are going to really, really stand out by just having a look at those areas of dark and where they are. Everything's really smooth because it's a bottle, so you have to make it so it's really soft. So just use your pencil really gently, and you can see making those edges nice and sharp and smooth on your bottle will really make it look glassy. Okay, so you can see I'm starting to shade in this top area here, and it's just making it nice and smooth. Yeah, so that's partway through. You can see the dark parts that I'm doing on here. Okay, I finished my bottle. Remembering, there's a couple of things to remember. First of all, do your basic shape first, so do your outline first. Then do your interior lines, your inside lines, even the dark bits, you can outline them and it will tell you, where to go. Then colour in your dark bits first, and then you can put your general shading over the top, and it should come out looking reasonably good. So keep a close eye on this. Obviously you want to be looking at this. You can either do this one, or this one. I mean, you've got a choice of 3. I've just chosen that one. You don't have to do that one, you can do the other ones, okay? So it's the same as this one, you can do any of those. It doesn't have to be just this one, okay? Alright, and then I will show you our next one, which is hatching. Okay, thanks.